Since 2020 he has been signed. This guy has been letting Manchester United down.
Nenye seemed in no hurry at all.
A leader is someone who is able to contain pressure. It's easy for you to mark out someone who takes ownership, who takes responsibility that, okay, I did it, because Maguire is always like that.
An equalizing took place.
Last season, they had.
So the one that okay,
last
let me ask you a question.
Harry Maguire, before you ask me the question, let me tell you something. Harry Maguire had 30 appearances last season
for
Manchester in the league.
Okay.
In that time frame, they had only 6 clean sheets.
Okay.
And they consisted up to like 57 goals.
And let me ask you a question.
Whenever he played, they considered like 41.
Why are you singling him out? That's what I'm saying. When somebody takes ownership, that's why he's a captain. He's coming out, he's taking responsibility.
Fine.
Why are you singling him out?
Back and forth they went until Nenye had the last word. Then came Itunu and success in all their oratorical glory. Some melodrama.
Sadio Mane sits pretty comfortably as a legend in Liverpool, number 11 in the highest ranking of the football club as a goal scorer without a single penalty.
Some embellishment.
What is the recognition for a player's brilliance or outstanding performance? It is in getting the awards. It is in making the team of the year, receiving all the accolades. And if a player who has had an amazing season, who has done well every season, gets the awards, gets the credit that is due him, we can't say he's underrated.
Some agitative theatrical histrionics, building rhythmically to a crescendo of blood and thunder.
Xavi and Iniesta are regarded as one of the greatest midfielders.
Yes.
And they were wonderful players in the Barcelona team.
Definitely.
Who was the poster boy of Barcelona? Lionel Messi. Why? Lionel Messi was great. He broke the record, was a poster boy. Does it mean that Xavi and Iniesta were underrated?
That is an error.
Comparing Xavi. I'm not comparing players.
Lionel Messi.
I'm not comparing. Nobody's comparing. I'm telling you.
Lionel Messi to this discussion.
I'm not saying that being a poster boy. I'm not about being the poster boy. You mentioned being a poster boy. Being a poster boy. Salah is like a Messi to Liverpool.
Salah is never like a Messi to Liverpool.
Achievement in the past.
Salah is never like a Messi to Liverpool.
In the end, success succeeded. Curtains, Itunu.
Very happy. Yeah. Coming into this battle, I didn't even expect I was going to come this far. And I am not just happy, I'm proud of myself. Why? From the qualifiers, I have never lost a battle. I have not even drawn one that white card or anything. It has always been straight victory. And like some other people will feel that the person who defeats me is, I'm rooting for him.
Curtains, Emmanuel.
It was just one of those nights where things just didn't work out, you know. And most importantly is the learning curve. You know, over time, since battle 1, I've been taking lessons from the judges. I think if I'm going to go out right now, that will be my joy, because I've met every one of them and I've taken valid points, you know, will make me a better person, better sportscaster, you know. So that is the joy for me.
Brave, bold gladiators, defeated but not deflated, bowing out alongside Daniel.
The last battle I had opened my mind to a different perspective from that angle, which I told you on air that I felt differently at the moment. Likewise, this, I think it was all for Prosper to lose anyways, because you can't win this without stats anyways. So, but I really congratulate him. I appreciate everybody and what you guys do here. And I'm going to shake the hands of everybody, because if I shake your hands, I'll meet you at the top.
And alongside Tochukwu.
My major aim wasn't basically to win the competition, right? Talking sports is fun. Although this is new to me, you know, the whole debate and arguments. I'd rather just have conversations over a cup of coffee or something. So this aspect is new to me, and it has opened my eyes to a couple of potential that I don't know.
8 there were who got to the quarterfinals. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7. One got chopped with the sticks, and then there were 6. One got stung playing with a hive, and then there were 5. One got into a thing with the law, and then there were 4. So what's to come? If one gets drowned at sea tonight, then there would be 3. If one dares a bear in the zoo, then there would be 2. And if ultimately one gets frizzled up in the sun, then there would be 1. And that one would be King. King deserving of the fee of Fan Battle 3. I'm Femi Obong-Daniels. Welcome to the semi-finals, to battles 44 and 45 of Battle Night 22 of Fan Battle 3. And as we commence the battles on the night, time to meet my friends, my buddies, my guys, my colleagues, with whom, well, hopefully, one night hence, we will draw the curtain, finally, on Fan Battle 3. Let's say welcome to you, Chidebere. How are you doing, brother?
Well, Femi, good evening to you. It's good to be here. It feels like it's already the final, and I could feel the tension. There's a tension in the air. It's a very unique tension in the air tonight. It's different from every other night. I mean, I've been here for a few nights, but tonight feels different. Tonight feels different. I don't know what it is. Even the gods haven't revealed that to me. I mean, for a man as powerful as I am, Femi, you know, it's shocking.
It's palpable.
I feel the tension in the air, and it is absolutely palpable, and I just can't wait for what tonight has in store for us.
You could literally reach out and catch it. Overdose joins me now. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's always good to be here. Femi Obong-Daniels, such a pleasure. You know, they say, the elders, that is, that the chicken that pecks for food in the compound of a thief is only closer to the pot of soup, you understand? And it's really interesting to see that we've come this far, and tension in the air. I could literally hear the heartbeat of those that will do battle. You know, it's really that time where the men are separated from, you know, the contenders are separated from the pretenders, so to speak. And they say, if you think you've buried your past, then beware of friends who carry shovels around. But it's good to be here always. I mean, these are the nights we live for. Apart from the Champions League nights, which I look forward to, this is another night where I know it's going to be very, very pulsating, palpitation, and so much to look forward to. So I'm ready and set for everything that tonight brings. So good to be here as always.
Me too, brother.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Also joining the broadcast, Hodovai, producer, Fan Battle 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good evening, Femi. It's it's good to be here. It's the semi-finals, and one more day, yeah. So I'm ready. I'm actually really ready. I've been waiting for Friday, so let's get started.
So let me ask you.
I'm shocked to see Odova in the.
Yeah, it feels different, kind of, you know.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not like it feels different. It should not be here, Odova.
Yeah,
Chidi.
No, that's why I said it feels different.
I'll call Alex for you. I'll call Alex for you.
To do what? To insult me,
Mr. Hodovai, who's contestant 1 for the night, the lady or the guy?
The guy, Prosper.
The guy.
Yeah,
Prosper.
Let's meet the contestants. We'll take a break after that, and then we'll do battle. The 2 semi-finals tonight. This is semi-final 1. Contestant 1, businessman, Liverpool fan globally, Eyimba fan locally, Abule Oshun, Waterside, Badagry Expressway, Lagos, that's his location. Amuwo Dofin, that's where he represents. On Twitter, at Prosper Ubani1. Instagram, Limit Ubani. Welcome, Prosper Ubani. Hello, Prosper.
Good evening, Femi. Good evening, the gang. I'm really excited to be here. I mean, every time I come here, it feels like it's going to be the last. But I come back again, so let's see what happens tonight.
Let's see what tonight brings. His opponent, student, Manchester United fan, globally, stays at Alausa Police Barracks. That girl, Limah, is what they know her by on Twitter and Instagram. Abdul Malik Muslima, aka Limah. Welcome, Limah.
Thank you very much, Femi. I'm super excited to be here.
Me too. I'm super excited. We'll take a break. When we come back from off this break, we will do battle. It's a battle with a difference. It's nothing like you've experienced in Fan Battle 3. It's a whole different ball game right after this time out.
Guys, the good news. I was at a Samsung shop today to get my A23, but something amazing happened. I paid for the phone and I got some change. That's not possible. There's a promo going on. Samsung has an amazing deal for everyone this month. You get up to 3,000 naira discount on A23, A13, and A03 core. Give me my share of the 3K now. I love my food. Go get your device at the nearest Samsung authorized store and benefit from the price drop promo. Valid between the 4th and the 31st of July, 2022. Hurry now while stock lasts.
Are you looking for a reliable way to save and invest this year? Get up to 10% on savings and 15% on fixed deposits with Rain Money. We are regulated by the CBN and insured by the NDIC. To get started, visit rainmoney.com or call 0700 5000 500. Need money, Rain Money.
Do you have a dream of owning a land that will appreciate within a period of 6 to 12 months? Then call Vines Realty. Vines Realty has properties in the fastest developing area in Lagos State, Ibejuleki, the new business hub of Lagos. Properties ranging from 1 million naira to 10 million naira only. You can also spread payments across 24 months. Enjoy 10% discount on all our estates and win lots of amazing prizes like a free deed of assignments. Call us now on 0800-400-0300 or visit our website at www.vinesrealtyng.com. All our social media handles are at Vines Realty NG. Hurry now! Offers valid till 6th of July 2022. So call 0800-400-0300. Visit us at Suite 4 second floor Dominion Plaza off Ibuefo bus stop, Lekki, Lagos. Think lands, think Vines.
Guys, the good news. I was at a Samsung shop today to get my A23, but something amazing happened. I paid for the phone and I got some change. That's not possible. There's a promo going on. Samsung has an amazing deal for everyone this month. You get up to 3,000 naira discount on A23, A13, and A03 core. Give me my share of the 3K now. I love my food. Go get your device at the nearest Samsung authorized store and benefit from the price drop promo. Valid between the 4th and the 31st of July, 2022. Hurry now while stock lasts.
There is something every woman gets when they become mothers. She knows when her family is in pain, and she knows better than to allow red moments linger. With fast-acting and effective M&B paracetamol tablet, the red one, and its pleasant tasting pineapple flavor syrup for children. She sends aches and pains far away from her family. Mothers who know trust May and Baker for its over 70 years of quality experience. Give aches and pain the red card with M&B paracetamol. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please consult your doctor. M&B paracetamol. Pain can't stop you.
This is not the typical bank ad where we only talk about zero balance and high interest rates. Picture this. Exclusive discounts at select stores. With the Keystone Pink card, this picture becomes a reality. That's not all. Picture a beautiful resort with its breathtaking Instagram-worthy scenery. The cool, gentle breeze on your face. The champagne bubbling in your glass as the sun illuminates your skin. With the new PTA BTA Visa card, living this dream is easier. Visit any Keystone branch nearest to you or download the Key mobile app to get a Pink card, MasterCard, Visa card, or Verve card. At Keystone Bank, there's a card for everyone, no matter where you are. Keystone Bank. We grow together.
Guys, the good news. I was at a Samsung shop today to get my A23, but something amazing happened. I paid for the phone and I got some change. That's not possible. There's a promo going on. Samsung has an amazing deal for everyone this month. You get up to 3,000 naira discount on A23, A13, and A03 core. Give me my share of the 3K now. I love my food. Go get your device at the nearest Samsung authorized store and benefit from the price drop promo. Valid between the 4th and the 31st of July, 2022. Hurry now while stock lasts.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
AKA Spiff of the Johnsons, and you are listening to Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info.
What up, guys? It's Ladi Poe, and you are listening to Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. But you knew that.
Hi guys, I'm Samuel Ajibola, aka Spiff of the Johnsons, and you are listening to Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info. Hi, my name is Rekia Yusuf, your favorite TV girl Mimi. Keep listening to Femi and the Gang.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's V Money from Tanzania, and you're cooling with Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info.
It is time. Welcome to semi-final battle 1 for the night and battle 44 in the series. It pits Prosper Obani against Muslima Abdul Malik. Both of them high flyers all through Fan Battle Season 3. Tonight, though, we will bid farewell to one of them in the race to the final. There will be a third place contest, but it will be, well, a mere consolation and not the prize. And so tonight, Prosper and Limah will give it their all, in hopes that their all will be enough. It will be up to you to decide, indeed, who did just enough to earn your vote. It will be up to you to send one of these two individuals to the final of Fan Battle 3. It's a responsibility not to be taken lightly. I have my panel of 3 distinguished members of the cast and judges tonight: Overdose, Chidebere, Cordova. I have the distinguished panel at home, the audience, of whom 9 will represent the totality of the home audience, a maximum of 9, to vote one of these two individuals into the final. We have our dearly respectable audience on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Cumulatively, all these individuals will wear the cap of judges and will determine who has earned the right for a place in the final in this battle and the next, which is to come. So let's get into the thick of things. Semi-final 1. You wonder what the topic is. There is no topic. They won't be arguing back and forth on any topic, taking a position whether they want or not. However, tonight, Prosper and Limah will be running for the enviable post of Sports Minister of the Federation. They have their manifestos. They will campaign for your vote. They will do all they can to convince you that they are the right person for the job. And you will make up your mind who of the two, if you had the power, would you make sports minister tonight based on their performance. I'll give them, for the first time in Fan Battle 3, 2 minutes for their introductory comments, after which they will each get 1 minute to try and counter each other's comments without interruption. Then they will have 5 minutes of potentially interrupting back and forth in this debate, trying to convince you why they should be the one and not the other. After that, they'll have 1 minute each to try, without interruption again, to argue out their case. And finally, 2 minutes each to close out their case. It's a big night. Let's get to it. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. We're streaming live on YouTube at Nigeria Info FM. That's Nigeria Info FM, the official YouTube channel of Nigeria Info. We're streaming live on YouTube, but that's the embedded. Yes, the embedded YouTube live stream is also live on our Twitter handle at Nigeria Info FM. You can click on the link and go watch that video. You get to vote on Facebook. You get to vote on Twitter. You get to see us. You get to see Prosper and see Limah. Not just hear them. And you get to see the judges. You get to see all of us. Live stream on our official Facebook page and our YouTube channel, embedded on Twitter, Nigeria Info FM. We're streaming live on the official Nigeria Info mobile app. You don't get to vote. You don't get to see the studio on the app. But you get to hear us. You get to take us everywhere you want to go. So welcome to the battle. Prosper. For the purpose of this endeavor, which is the sport ministerial debate, you are contestant 1. So you will open up this. I'll set the clock for 2 minutes. Remember, ladies and gentlemen listening to us at home, when you do call to vote, tonight you get the chance to vote for these two individuals based on who they are and what they want to be. You get the chance to vote, not necessarily on a position, but on how impressed you are. Of course, neither of them is going to be sports minister tonight. Maybe someday in the future, but not tonight. So it's not that deep. Remember, ask yourself, who would you like to listen to in the final? And vote for that person. Let's go. Prosper, for 2 minutes, I've set your clock. Let us hear your opening comments, your manifesto, as you run for Honorable Sports Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your 2 minutes commence.
If you have a house, the roof is leaky, the decking is cracked, the walls are cracked, the house cannot hold, what would be the sensible thing to do? Tear it down and build a new house. If not, you might even die in the house while sleeping. That is how Nigerian sports have become. It has become a dilapidated house. So that is why the title of my manifesto is Rebranding Sports in Nigeria. Nigeria sports needs to be rebranded. And I have brought 4-point agendas, which I think would help me go towards that direction. The first one is transparency and accountability, then aggressive marketing, and finally, grassroots development. Now, why do I think transparency and accountability is important? This is because that is what has bedeviled Nigerian sports. Corruption has brought the sport to a standstill. We have continued to regress year upon year. So for us to move forward, we have to tear the house down and start a new foundation. And the foundation on which we are going to build our sports industry is on transparency and accountability. And this is because there is no transparency in the sports industry. There is no accountability in the sports industry. It is a free for all. Everybody do what they like, as they like, and there is no recourse. There is no punishment for actions. This is obvious because we see crisis in almost all federations. The NBBF cannot go to the World Cup because the sports minister banned them while they're having crisis. NFF, there's crisis. You hardly mention any federation of sports and there's no crisis, there's hardly anyone. So what do we need to do? We need to make sure that people are accountable for their action and that the process is transparent. Bring in those who have been disenfranchised, those who need to be part of this industry to take it forward.
Thank you very much. Candidate Prosper Ubani Harrison has made his opening campaign. Now you understand his manifesto. We will come back to that. His opponent is candidate Muslima Malik, aka Limah. I'll set her clock for 2 minutes. Are you ready, Limah?
Yes, I am.
Limah, go ahead. Run for the office of Sports Minister.
A leader is one who sets goals, not just goals, but feasible goals. And it is in light of this that I've decided to run for Sports Minister. Over the past decades, the Ministry of Youth and Sports has viewed sports solely as a recreational activity rather than viewing it as an economic tool. This has led to the underdevelopment of sports in the country and this federation losing out in the economic utilities. Sports federations across the world possess a systematic program for their talents in the grassroots level, which enables them to be successful professionally. It is unfortunate that in Nigeria, we lack such crucial apparatus and we instead export our talents to be developed and retained by other countries, which develops their sports systems, give them glory, and improves their economy. It is time for this aberration to stop. My name is Malik Muslima, and these are the reasons why I would like to be elected as Sports Minister. I would work with private sectors and critical stakeholders to reposition sports as a business. There is an obvious lack of sporting facilities in Nigeria, and I hope to solve this with the help of the private sectors and stakeholders. I would encourage local brand ambassadorship of athletes by promoting local production of sports attires and equipment. This will help in athletes funding and sponsorships and in turn help to develop the local industry. I would work to provide incentives for university sports as well as a platform for record keeping where high-performing athletes will be drafted to the national teams. Athletes who perform well at university games will automatically be selected as part of the national team athletes going for competitions. I would encourage the bidding for major events like the African Youth Chess Championship, the Afro Basket, the All Africa University Games. All of the reasons above, in the long run, will help in the nation's bid to host major events. This will in turn help to enhance critical sectors of the economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Applause in order, I will suppose. And she spared us quite some time in the process. Thank you very much, Limah. Running for office of the Honorable Sports Minister. You have had their opening. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You've heard their opening comments. We'll give them 1 minute each to try and either expand on what they want to do or pick out things they don't like from each other's manifesto. Prosper, you're contestant number 1. I'm setting your time for 1 minute. Let's do this.
What you have successfully told us is that if you have a house that has leaky roof, has cracks on the wall, has a decking that is weak, that you plaster it and start living in it, that would be a death trap. Nigerian football, Nigerian sports, Nigerian athletics, everything needs to be rebranded. You cannot build a building from the second floor. You have to start from the foundation. And while listening to your manifesto, you didn't mention anything about transparency and accountability. You said other sports industries in the world make money. But how did these things come about? There's a foundation because they are transparent. There's accountability. People cannot partner with you when they know that when they bring money in, there's no accountability and the money will not be used for what it was brought for. So that discourages partnership, and that's exactly why Nigeria sports is where it is now. So if you do this, you just continue the same rhetoric, the same thing we've seen before, you just continue. And it's a vicious circle of progression.
Thank you, Prosper, for that rebuttal. And now, thank you. And now, we'll give the lady a chance to respond. Limah, for 1 minute, you heard Prosper. What say you?
I said earlier that a leader is one who sets goals, not just goals, but feasible goals. Now, in your opening speech and your rebuttal as well, you focused mainly on corruption. But really, is that what you're going to focus on over the period of your tenure? We're talking about a tenure that runs for maybe 4 to 8 years, and you're talking solely on corruption. Is that really the only thing you're going to focus on as a sports minister? I obviously read through your manifesto, and I saw some other points that you gave as well. You said you'd encourage CBN to give tax rebates, and I'm pretty sure the public as well as the judges would like to know what you mean by tax rebates. What do you mean by giving tax rebates to brand? I also read through that you said you give grants or you get grants from CBN, and I'm sure that CBN hardly ever gives grants. What they do is give loans to commercial banks. So obviously everybody would like to understand what you mean by getting grants from CBN, because I know that if the CBN decides to print out more money, it's going to lead to inflation in the long run. And what we're trying to do is improve our economy and not just add more problems to it as sports ministers.
Thank you. Limah's argument noted. The judges are taking notes. So opening arguments, yes, opening arguments, check. 1 minute each of arguments, check. I will set the clock for 5 minutes, and Prosper and Limah will go at it, and it starts right now.
So, Limah, you actually jumped the gun because I just stated one. I stated quite clearly that I had 4 points of my agenda. That was just 2 of the 4, so I'm not done. So why I focused more on this for the first point is because that is why we are at the level we are now. You cannot see the corruption that exists in Nigerian sports, in other sports that are doing well, in other countries that are doing well. You can't see it. You can't see even a quarter of it.
But it's not just corruption. I mean, we're talking about glaring things. It's not just corruption. There's the case of sports facility. You've not touched anything about sports facilities. As a sports minister, there are so many things
that
you
one
need
is
to
coming
do.
at the front.
And not just
look at what I'm saying. For you to build a house, you don't start from the second story. You start
Prosper,
from
I heard
from
you
the
the first time,
foundation.
loud and clear.
So
and you
now,
don't need to repeat yourself about the house situation.
let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Look at the NBBF and the NFF, the crisis there. If you are a brand, would you want to support them?
Okay, so what do you...
Fine, so brands need to see that there's transparency. They need to see that there's accountability. That if they come in, whatever money they bring in...
We've heard you and we've gotten the points of transparency. So, now, can you move on to your other points? I talked about the facts that you said you'd encourage CBN to give tax rebates. With a battle, we're talking together, right?
When I'm done with...
Okay, yeah, but I won't give you the time because I'm also allowed to speak. You said you allow CBN or you encourage CBN to give tax rebates. You said you encourage CBN to give tax rebates. Now I'd like you to expand what you mean by giving tax rebates to brands.
Nigeria sports is not attractive.
Okay.
Because it is
so CBN will give tax rebates to
laden
brands.
with corruption and all whatnot.
You're still going back to corruption. What do you mean giving tax rebates
let me
to brands?
give you an example. In marketing, for you to market a product, there's something called AIDA, AIDA.
Yeah.
AIDA. Yeah. That's attention, interest, desire, and action.
Is that what is going to lead to the tax rebates to brands?
First of all, Nigeria sports needs to get attention. How do they get the attention?
Okay.
Because people need to see that we are doing things the right way first. That's how you get the attention.
Okay.
So we make our brand, our sports marketable by doing the right things, and people seeing that you're doing the right thing, they're like, oh, these people are getting themselves now. Maybe we can put our money there.
You're
Now,
not giving me the answer I want. I want you to explain what you mean by CBN giving tax rebates to brands,
The next thing that happens is
when they see your brand has gotten when your brand is getting attention, the next thing is
allow
interest.
me talk. You've been talking now. Allow me talk. I said earlier that a leader is one who gives
you asked me a
feasible
question
goals.
now. Let me finish.
Okay, allow me talk now. I've allowed you. I've given you the time.
Now.
No, I'm not going to allow you finish because I need to talk
But you
as
asked
well.
the question now. Let me finish.
A leader is one who sets feasible
goals. We're not
goals,
talking
right?
of what
we need
a leader
to be
does here.
pragmatic in our approach. We need to set feasible goals. You also said that you build 774 or you build sports complexes in 700. I read your manifesto.
You read it wrong. That's not what I said.
Do you want me to read it out to you?
Yes, read it out for me.
Okay. You said you build sports complexes basically in 774 local governments. Read it out. Your manifesto is read the manifesto.
You are paraphrasing it.
It's yours now. Read it out as well.
When you tell me what I wrote,
okay.
When you read what I wrote, I will know. I wrote this
the way
thing myself.
You said you build sport complexes in the local governments, and there are 774 local governments in Nigeria.
Now
with the economy of Nigeria like as it is right now, how do you want to build 774?
Where you lost it is
okay.
Every local government is the first agent of development.
Okay. So you want to build sports complexes in all local governments in Nigeria.
Let me tell you,
listen,
in the community I'm from, let me tell you,
dreams,
in my local government, the local government chairman built 2 mini stadiums. 2 mini stadiums.
Okay, but we're talking about a period of time. A tenure. Your tenure is not going to run for 100 years for you to build local government.
You built 2 mini stadiums.
Okay, so you built 774 local sports complexes in local governments, in all the local governments.
In just one tenure. Why is it not possible?
My dear, what you're saying, listen, you can come here and sell dreams, right? You can come here and sell dreams to people, but we need to be
I can tell you the name of my local government. You can go and verify.
I don't need to know. We need to be feasible and pragmatic in our approach.
Chairman. So, see, what I said is,
you visit things that you can't back up. I just asked you, how do you want to do it?
Those are things that have happened.
Right?
I'm not talking things that are mirage. No, they are not mirage. They are things that have happened.
But they are. They really are.
I said somebody
you've seen them, but how? Okay, tell me how you want to do it then.
Fine, that's what you asked.
Okay.
Now, as the sports ministry, first of all, you need to divorce youth from sports ministry because they are two different things entirely.
But it's the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
That's
how
what
do you want
you. It has not always been the Ministry of Youth
that we need to include.
So we need to remove youth and sports, separate them, let them be two different ministries.
Okay.
NYS is, in fact, youth stops at 30 years in Nigeria. But there are people who are 35 who are in sports. So why are you bringing youth?
I don't know youth. That's why 35 years.
40 years. It's 40 years.
You said 35, not 40.
Those 35, there are those 38. In Nigeria, you stop at 30.
You can't back up on the roads.
Why are you?
We're not here to sell dreams. We're here to take our points and make it feasible for people to see that we can. You're selling dreams
that you can verify that
can as well come here and sell dreams to people.
And if you want to verify it, go to my local government and verify.
We're not talking about your local government. We're talking about goals that you set for Nigeria as the sports minister, and you're trying to
they can happen.
It's only between Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Do them that they don't happen.
All right.
If you don't want to, whatever you want to do, put your mind to, you achieve it.
All right. So the 5 minutes of head-to-head debating is over. We are going to go on a break. When we come back, Prosper and Limah still have 3 minutes each to drive their points home right after this timeout.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Village people aren't the reason your business isn't growing. Introducing MoneyPoint, a business bank that helps you realize your business dreams with easy access to quick loans, ease of payment collections, and general business management tools. Visit www.moneypoint.com and let's help you power your business dreams. MoneyPoint, powering dreams.
There's an emergency and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call or where to run to. Help us, we have got you. We have got you. Help us to the rescue. To the rescue. Get out fast, save lives too.
HelpOS is a real-time response app
solution. Help OS. Get help faster, save more lives.
Chairman, I want check my phone. But wait, it don't take why I see you for Kobe Joy. What did they happen? My brother, I don't throw money like that again, no. I don't save all my money with Davodani for my future washing machine. You mean say you don't give Davido money? Nah, man, no be Davido. Now Davodani Microfinance Bank. When you open a save and win account with Davodani, you fit to win Obonga prizes like a brand new Okada, 45-inch TV set, generator, deep freezer, and other Boku prizes. To win, make you save up to 500,000 naira for 9 months for good package, 200,000 naira for 7 months for silver, and 50,000 naira for 5 months for bronze package. Now the Okada we must win from Davodani Microfinance Bank with that. Where they go? And they go open Davodani Save and Win account. Sharp. The promo for this year don't start. And it go finish for January 31st, 2023. See and see apply, shall. For more to visit www.davodani.mfb.com.
Guys, share the good news. I was at a Samsung shop today to get my A23, but something amazing happened. I paid for the phone and I got some change. That's not possible. There's a promo going on. Samsung has an amazing deal for everyone this month. You get up to 3,000 naira discount on A23, A13, and A03 core.
Give me my share of the 3K now.
I love my food. Go get your device at the nearest Samsung authorized store and benefit from the price drop promo. Valid between the 4th and the 31st of July, 2022. Hurry now while stock lasts.
Relax, recharge, and take a break this summer. Find the best summer holiday deals to Dubai, London, Cairo, Florida, and many other amazing cities on wakanow.com. We've got you covered. Book now on wakanow.com or visit any of our travel centers near you. Take a break. Pick a city. Wakanow. Let's go.
This is not the typical bank ad where we only talk about zero balance and high interest rates. Picture this. Exclusive discounts at select stores. With the Keystone Pink card, this picture becomes a reality. That's not all. Picture a beautiful resort with its breathtaking Instagram-worthy scenery. The cool, gentle breeze on your face. The champagne bubbling in your glass as the sun illuminates your skin. With the new PTA BTA Visa card, living this dream is easier. Visit any Keystone branch nearest to you or download the Key mobile app to get a Pink card, MasterCard, Visa card, or Verve card. At Keystone Bank, there's a card for everyone, no matter where you are. Keystone Bank. We grow together.
Guys, share the good news. I was at a Samsung shop today to get my A23, but something amazing happened. I paid for the phone and I got some change. That's not possible. There's a promo going on. Samsung has an amazing deal for everyone this month. You get up to 3,000 naira discount on A23, A13, and A03 core.
Give me my share of the 3K now.
I love my food. Go get your device at the nearest Samsung authorized store and benefit from the price drop promo. Valid between the 4th and the 31st of July, 2022. Hurry now while stock lasts.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Hi, I'm Femi Daniels. For the last dozen years of my media career, I've dedicated myself to raising an army, a big sport broadcast army, made up of individuals who've gone from being just fans of the game to giants of the sport broadcast landscape. It's been my pride, privilege, and honor, but my job is not done. Time to raise a new army, the next generation. Join me and my team, Femi and the Gang, from 7 to 9 p.m. Mondays to Friday on 99.3 Nigeria Info for the third and biggest season of the Fan Battle. Starting Monday, June 13 to Friday, July 15. 1 million naira grand prize, a seat at the table, and you get to be part of it all. Catch the Fan Battle in football's hottest war zone, live on radio, also on the Nigeria Info app and our Facebook and YouTube live streams. For sponsorship support and advertising, call 0808 5020 280 or 0809 303 1103. The Fan Battle Season 3.
When we better listen up, nah touch up the dial, cause if you touch up the dial,
news. You see me, I say. Anyways, testing the mic for it. Don't know my name, big clean, stay clean, pick a dancehall papa boy. When I travel go far in, but still a vibe, but like one of them within a Jamaica. I'm there with Femi and the gang. Enough respect to me, boss. If you don't know, say, you might have done.
What a journey it has been. Fan Battle 3. And now we are down to the final 4. 2 of whom are midway, past midway, through their battle. The battle for a spot in the final. And you can still be a part of Fan Battle 3 as a business, as an individual. And you can choose to sponsor any of our contestants. The fan battle will end next week, but it will also be the start of a new journey. And we'll be giving you a lot of business opportunities to brand these individuals who will get on their way potentially to being radio's next superstars, perhaps TV's next superstars. And you can support any one of them. Prize money, prizes of some other nature, any of the finalists or any one of the contestants who has impressed you so far. We look forward to hearing from you if you are interested in being a part of the fan battle beyond the final. Because when the final is done, we will then open new opportunities, including advertising opportunities for you in the build-up, in the aftermath of Fan Battle 3. And these individuals could be your ambassadors going forward. Let's get back to the battle. Before we took that break, Prosper and Limah had opened their sports ministerial campaigns. They had then tried to pick out issues with each other's manifestos. We had opened the floor for them for a 5-minute head-to-head debate and battle. And now there are 2 final tasks for them. 1, will open the lines, their microphones, for 1 minute each, uninterrupted, to try and put their best foot forward while taking the opponent out. Prosper will go first. As contestant 1, Limah will follow. After which, they will both conclude their pitches for 2 minutes each. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. That's the official Facebook page. We're streaming live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You'd find the YouTube live stream embedded on the official Nigeria Info Twitter handle at Nigeria Info FM. You'll get to vote on Facebook and on Twitter. You'll get to vote via the phone lines. You can be one of the maximum of 9 for these semi-final battles to determine the fate of Prosper and Limah. We're streaming live on the Nigeria Info mobile app. You don't vote there, you don't see us there, but you get to take us wherever you go. The judges, Chidebere, Overdose, and Hodovai, will have their say. And one of these 2 individuals will have their day in the final. For now, however, it is time for them to take a minute each and state their case as forcefully as they can. Prosper, 1 minute. It's all you now. No interruptions. And it starts counting now.
So, Limah, you have to know that CBN give grants to farmers. They give grants to SMEs. They can give grants to sports too.
if they see that these grants will be used very well, they'll give. Now, once we go ahead and curb corruption, become more transparent, you see that investors will see this and want to invest. And when they invest, you see that we can now reposition our sports, bring competitions, TV viewership would increase. And we should also work with the security agencies to make sure match venues are secure, because one reason is people don't watch NPFL games, and this is because they are not secure. When you go there to watch match, it's will be phone header. You understand? They have to be security. And once there's security, you see more people turning out in the stadiums. And once more people are coming out to the stadiums, you see the viewership will increase. These things bring money. And partners are partnering. Why? They want to show their brands to people. So who will partner with you when your stadium is empty? Nobody will partner with you because...
Thank you very much. You will have the opportunity of closing in your final 2 minutes. Limah, for 1 minute, you can respond to Prosper. It starts now.
I'm going to start off where you said you encourage CBN to give tax rebates to brands. Now, like I said, CBN doesn't just try to give tax rebates to brands, because if it's possible, more brands or most brands will want to be sponsoring different ministries. Where you said CBN give grants as well. Now, the government tries as much as possible not to borrow grants or not to collect grants from CBN. Well, the more feasible approach is to get these grants or loans or money from critical stakeholders, private stakeholders who are going to invest in it. Recently, we saw where FIFA gave Nigeria a certain amount of money. That's the kind of approach we need to use. Critical stakeholders who are going to give money. Because, I mean, if you collect money from CBN, it's just going to increase the amount of money or the liquidity ratio. And then when this does, it's going to in turn cause inflation. Because, I mean, there will be more money, but with less goods to buy. So, obviously, the price is going to increase. We need to make sure that the economy is stable. We need to improve our economy. What we're trying to do is to improve the economy and not to damage the economy. Also, when you said you differentiate between youth and sports, I think that's not possible, because the major people who do sports are youths.
Thank you very much. Well, arguments well taken, properly noted. And now we go into the final arguments. If you haven't made up your mind yet as to who is your preferred candidate for Minister of Sports, Prosper or Limah, this is the time when you get to make it. Go to our Facebook page, go to our Twitter handle, and begin to vote. You will see the live stream on Facebook, and you will see their names under the subject, which is Run for Sports Minister. Click on either name to vote for either individual. Go to Twitter. You would find the poll that encourages you to vote for either Prosper or Limah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. 2 minutes for a place in the final. Prosper, your time starts right now.
So who would want to sponsor an IBBF that has two presidents, Musa Kida and what's the other man's name? Two presidents. How do you sponsor such? That shows there's disunity. So you cannot. So when those things are done, you can now market. You wouldn't even have the effrontery to meet brands because they know you're not serious. You're unserious. So how would you meet brands to tell them to come and partner with you? They wouldn't. So when you put your house in order, first of all, just like I said, the next step after that, you can market aggressively. Then the money you generate from such marketings, the funds that come in, use it to develop sports from the grassroots. Like I told you, we have to work with the Ministry of Education to improve sports. Ministry of Education is in charge of education. So from the primary school level, we need to catch them young from primary schools. We need to work with them, because if you watch NIS, National Institutes of Sports, is only 2 in Nigeria, in Abuja and Lagos. That's wrong. It can be inculcated into school curriculums so that sports can be studied just the way medicine is studied, just the way law is studied. There are people that should learn these sports too. We need to have coaches, because NIS train coaches, they train stadium managers, they train sports marketers. And when we get more NIS in different locations in the country, you see that we train more capable people that can take care of these academies. And when we have a lot of academies that will be brought up through local government, state intervention, federal government intervention, then you see we have a large pool of sports people to pick from to improve our sports. So when we go to this grassroots, it will help us to develop the sport. That's the series. You don't start building a house from the second floor. No, you start from the foundation. What you're saying you will do now is what they have been doing before. Patch and fix, and it falls down. Patch and fix. Let us start from the beginning. Let us start from the foundation and move from there. Then grassroots, that is where we have everything that we need to do. So we can partner with states. We can partner with the Ministry of Finance. You're talking about how difficult it is to get money from CBN. If you partner with the Minister of Finance, that's easier. There should be a synergy between the ministries. Every ministry should not be working on their own. So when we take advantage, leverage these opportunities that we have, step by step, we can take Nigeria football, Nigeria sports in general to the next level. And it can compete with other countries, just like you mentioned.
Wow. Prosper finally rests his case. It is done now. He's done the work. Will it be enough? We'll find out soon. And now for 2 minutes, Limah, you get to close your arguments. I've set the clock. The time is now.
So talking about corruption, you've been saying corruption, but really, is that the only thing we need to tackle when it comes to the Ministry of Sport? You're talking about a period of 4 to 8 years, and this is what you plan to do. We've seen cases of people come out to say this is what they want to do, but after certain periods, they end up not doing anything. Because, I mean, you don't state a clear thing on where you stand. You don't state what you really want to do. You just say you want to tackle corruption. But how feasible is that? You talked about the fact that you want to differentiate between youth and sport. Now, the more feasible thing to do is to include university sports, not just university sports, like you said, secondary and primary schools as well. Include sports in their curriculum and as a platform for record keeping. There will be platforms for record keeping where high performing athletes will be drafted to the national teams. Case in point, Nigerian University Games recently, we saw a certain Godwin Olofua who was drafted to the national team. These are the kind of things we want to see in the Ministry of Sports, not just corruption. Athletes who perform well at University Games will automatically be selected as part of the national team athletes going for competition. Also, we want a case where athletes will be able to provide money for themselves, which is why I've said we'll decide to partner with local brands to sponsor these athletes as ambassadors. And in that case, we are promoting the local industry as well as promoting our athletes to the face of the world. What we need to do is, or whatever we need to do, is to make sure that we improve our nation and our economy as well as improving the sport. We would also like to, like I said, private sectors or stakeholders, critical stakeholders, to sponsor our sports. There's an obvious lack of facilities in Nigeria, like you also said, and I hope that with the help of private sectors and stakeholders, the tickets that we get from building these stadiums, these moribund stadiums, or renovating them, will be sold, and these arenas will be able to generate revenue for the economy. I've been saying this thing. We need to as well generate revenue for the economy and make sure that the economy is stable as well as improving the Ministry of Sports. Thank you.
And so she rests her case to warm applause, no doubt. And so the battle is over. The campaign is over. It is time to vote for either one of these candidates, Prosper or Limah, who did just enough for you. Please remember, we need you to vote on Facebook and Twitter. Go to the Nigeria Info Facebook page now, Nigeria Info 99.3. Go to our Twitter handle at Nigeria Info FM. Please vote. You may drop comments, but please vote for either one of them. We now have to make a decision. We have less than 10 minutes to make the decisions between us, between the judges and the callers. A maximum of 9 individuals via the phone calls. What will it be? So let's go straight to the phone calls right now. Chidebere is assisting me. Maximum of 9.
Hello, Femi.
Yes, please. How are you?
Fine, good evening. My name is Gulu from Akuti.
Okay. Let's go.
I do not really think any one of them really touch what I really wanted because they are not points that they can list. I really think they should have said that the Minister of Sports will hand over everything to the Federation. like federation taking over sports and not having interference, but creating just facilities for the federation and maybe working on principal games. Because I really what they talk is about the jobs of the federation.
All right.
So for me, I would really want to hear Labake again.
Oh, that's Limah.
Yes, Limah.
Limah. Okay.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
So Limah takes your vote. Let's keep it short and sweet. We appreciate it. Hi there.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Also, both of them argued very well. Actually, even had to pick who did better. But I would love to go for Limah as my sports minister. I think he edged it a bit for me.
Thank you very much. Limah has your vote. Thank you very much. Limah leads by 2. Hi there. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Deji from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Deji. You heard Prosper, you heard Limah. Who would you vote for?
Yeah, I would vote for Limah.
Limah.
Yeah, she did it for me throughout. I mean, our plan seems more feasible, especially in this Nigeria that we're in currently. Right. There's corruption everywhere, sure, but our plan looks more feasible. It looks like it's the one that's going to work out more.
Thank you very much. Limah leads by 3. Who votes next? Hi there. Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Femi.
Yes, please. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Steve.
Welcome, Steve. Where are you calling from?
Ikorodu.
Okay. You heard Prosper. You heard Limah. Who has your vote?
Yeah, there are plenty of robust points from both contestants. I really enjoyed myself. But what clinched it for me, Femi, is the fact that sports can also be studied in school, like other subjects we learn in school. And the man who made that point will be winning my vote tonight, and that's Prosper.
Prosper takes your vote.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for voting. 3-1. Limah leads. Who will be voter number 5? Hi there. Are you there? Should we move on? Okay. Oh, finally. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
I'm Samantha.
Okay, go on.
I give my vote to Limah.
Limah takes your vote.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much. You managed to make your voice heard. 4-1. Limah leads, meaning the 6th vote could be consequential. Hi there. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
I think from the arguing point, from where they are coming from, I think Prosper made the right point for me.
Prosper for you?
Yes, Prosper for me, because he talks about tackling the corruption aspect. If you don't do that, you cannot progress. So I think that point wasted for me.
Thank you very much. 4-2. Prosper trails by 2. A maximum of 2 votes left. This one could be the final, depending. Okay. Hi there.
Hello, Femi.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is Emeka from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Emeka. How are you?
I'm good. I think I would think towards Prosper because Limah was focusing on what Prosper was talking about. So I would think towards Prosper. He has my vote.
Towards Prosper. So
yeah.
At this point, it's now 4-3. 7 votes, 4-3. Who's our next voter? Could pack some serious consequence. Hi there.
Hello, Mr. Femi. Good evening.
Yes. How are you? Welcome.
Nick calling from Abileta.
Okay.
My vote is for Limah.
Limah takes it for you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And the consequence of that vote is that Limah takes all 20 points available via the phone lines. Prosper cannot go beyond 4. Limah has 5. Let's come straight to the panel. Gentlemen, you followed the battle. You heard every bit of it. It's time to vote, starting with the lead judge, Chidebere.
Well, Femi, I mean, this is very resourceful, and I'm just glad to be a part of the. I'm not sure I'm so glad to be a part of the judge panel. I should be listening at home or something, but I think I would maybe enjoy it more listening from home. But it's a very difficult situation because both contestants did a superb job. Prosper to Limah, well, they were fantastic. I like the way Prosper started. You know, it was the perfect competition. But I know we're in a hurry, so I have to pick one. No, I think both did a great job. Prosper was focusing more on dealing with some of those issues that has bedeviled the sports ministry. Like the issue of transparency and accountability, and of course he talked about a lot about grassroots, and he made a key point about making sure that sports is like a course or a program you can study in school, which for me I thought was really good. Limah also made some great points about working with the private sector. I thought when she was talking about working with the private sector, I was expecting Prosper to really, because that was a good way to attack her, because the current sport minister, Sonny Dare, during his manifesto wanted to work with the private sector, and I'm not sure he's done it really so much. Aside the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, I'm not sure. Yes, they adopt the athlete, but I think more could have been achieved by that. For Prosper, one thing he failed to do was to tell us why he wants to be sport minister. I think he went on telling us some of the issues around some of the issues in Nigerian sport. And Prosper, I think that was one area you didn't do so well. You did not say, I want to be sport minister because I want to solve these issues. I'm going to make sure there's transparency and accuracy. You didn't put yourself in there as a person who is going to make all these changes. What I could pick from all your wonderful points was you stating some of the issues and problems we have in the Nigerian sport industry, and you were going grassroots. You were talking about foundational issues, and you were right, because if you partner with the industry, with the private sector, like Limah said, and do all the good things, and work with universities, and if those issues are still there, those fundamental issues, you're still going to get the same results. It's like going around the same circle and doing the same thing over and over again. So I totally agree with all your points, but I didn't think you put yourself in there as a man to do it. I thought you were just talking about the issues in Nigerian sport ministry, and you didn't put yourself in there. And that's what Limah did well in her first opening argument, and some part of her argument. She said, as sport minister, she's going to do this. She's going to partner. She put herself in there, saying that she's going to do it. However, for Limah, I think she didn't do herself a favor by talking about the points Prosper haven't spoken on. And I think that was where maybe Limah, for you, thought that was a tactic, but I didn't think that was a very good tactic at the time. You had some wonderful points, but I think you were mentioning points that we haven't even heard from Prosper. That means you were giving him the advantage, because he knows the point, and he was almost at the driver's seat at that moment, the head-to-head moment, where he was telling you, say the points I told you to say it properly, say the point I wrote down properly, and then we can have a conversation. I thought you kind of gave him the ball.
Chidebere, you have to decide now.
Yeah. Femi, I would I think at the end of the day, even Prosper, kind of lured her into it, and they didn't speak like they wanted to be sport ministers at the end. But I think with the points Prosper made, I would go with him. I would vote him as sport minister. I thought he made some really key points, which are fundamental.
Prosper, for you, ties this at 2020. We'll be back.
Infomercial.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
person with the cap fit, now go wear am.
Yes, ke.
You don't see where ordinary chief they chair meeting when the king dey for town.
Who side? It no fit happen.
Now be the matter of Chelsea London Dry Gin and them.
Tell them, Biko.
Organa master anytime. See as quality jam swagger. Hey!
Make them hear am.
Chelsea London Dry Gin is smooth for mouth, it cool for body, it can tanda gidigba for table.
So, na so king they behave now.
Chelsea London Dry Gin, na correct berries dem take make am. That na why the taste sharp well.
Tell them.
Chelsea London Dry Gin, right spirit, right feeling. Not be drink for under 18. Drink with sense.
For the past 4 years, the Agents for Citizen-Driven Transformation, ACT, funded by the European Union and implemented by the British Council, has collaborated with over 200 civil society organizations in Nigeria to drive development in 10 states selected across 6 geopolitical zones in the country. How has the ACT program helped strengthen the systems of civil society organizations, networks, and coalitions? How has it helped provide a platform for multi-stakeholder dialogue for an improved and effective regulatory environment for the operation of CSOs in Nigeria? What impact are these CSOs making across the country? Join us on 99.3 Nigeria Info every Tuesday from 6:30 a.m. as we discuss these and more. This program is brought to you by the ACT program in collaboration with Nigeria Info.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hi everyone, Martin Tyler here, English Premier League commentator, UEFA Champions League commentator, and assistant manager of Woking Football Club. You're listening to Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
Hi guys, I'm Peter Drury, football commentator, and you are hanging out with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
A fierce battle, and with a lot of thinking, thought processing, going into determining who was the more impressive. The home audience gave it to Limah, 20 percentage points. Chidebere gave it to Prosper, 20 percentage points. They are tied at 20-20. There are 60 more percentage points to fight for. 40 of those still at this table in the hands of Overdose and Hodova. Gentlemen, who wants to go next? Overdose,
right, yeah.
Who do you give your 20?
These are the kind of nights where, when you just sit down and, okay, you expect one person to actually do better than the other, but then each of them are just neck and neck, and it's quite difficult. But just please permit me to ask Prosper. Maybe I wasn't really clear. He set out saying that he wanted to give 4 points, but ended up giving 3. I don't know. He said transparency and accountability, aggressive marketing, and grassroots sports development. But I never got the third point. The fourth point, actually.
Transparency and accountability.
Oh, okay. So it's interrelated. All right. So transparency, accountability, aggressive marketing. Okay, all right. So that settles it, because when he said it, I thought maybe that was 1 point together. I never knew they were different. But to get back to the votes, I noticed, both of them made, very, very great points. But first off, what I noticed about Limah was she was actually deliberate. When I become sports minister, I will partner with local brands. I tend to do this. I tend to, grow, provide incentives. I would encourage. I would, go more into local brand ambassadorship. But I think for the entirety of Prosper's argument, he kept talking about transparency and corruption, and really didn't give, enough points as to why I should actually make him my sports minister. He wasn't really convincing. Yes, there were great points he made. I mean, we all know that the Nigerian sports system is corrupt. We all know that there are issues regarding, things related to money and all that, but that's a topic for another day. But what I also expected of him was to be more realistic, and that was where Limah came in. I mean, are you telling me you're going to bring or build 700 and 770 something sports facilities? I mean, when you're a sports minister, you tend to talk about things that are more visible, and for me, I didn't think that was realistic, because even the present sports minister hasn't done it. It's one thing for you to say something, and it's another thing for you to actually deliver on it. But when you say things that are kind of over the top, for me, I really don't want to accept that. And by doing so, I don't think he was convincing enough. It's convincing when you say you're going to work with private sectors. It's convincing when you say you're going to promote local ambassadorship, or you're going to help the athletes or provide incentives. And where he actually really didn't get me was saying that they should separate youth and sports. And I think Limah did a great job in saying youths are actually the ones who do sports. You don't expect a 40-year-old to do sports. So that's why it's the Ministry of Youths and Sports. But he was saying that he's going to divide it. Brilliant points from him, by the way, but he really was not gritty enough. I expected more grit. I expected more personalization. I expected him to be more realistic with his points as to helping to see why I should vote for him. But he kept talking about transparency and accountability, which is really not the only issue when you look at the position of being sports minister in the country. Limah, however, was more convincing for me. She was more direct in her approach, and most of the things she said were really things that she could achieve if I also wanted to vote for her. So in the light of that, I think I'll give it to Limah.
So Overdoses vote goes to Limah. Limah leads by 40 points to 20. There are still 40 points to fight for. 40 points to 20, Limah leads, meaning Hodovai's vote is hugely consequential. Hodovai, it's up to you now as we pace up towards the second semi-final battle for the night. How do you vote?
Yeah, Femi, it was an interesting battle, and I agree with everything Overdose has said, and also with Chidebere, but there's certain things that I just want to talk about, things that were missing in the debate before I give my answer. So one thing they did not mention, or one thing that wasn't stated, were facts. I mean, you're running for the post of sports minister. What's the annual budget for the Ministry of Sports every year? We didn't get that figure. We didn't get what has been happening over the years. Okay, there's corruption, there's no transparency. Give examples. Okay, so person in the year 2000 and something was indicted of this, or money was wrongly spent. All of that, we did not get these figures, because if you're running for an office, give or take, you don't necessarily have to throw shade on the past government, but you need to use that as an example as to what you're going to change when you come into office. We did not get that. And then on the basis of athletes' care, we talk about athletes who go for the Olympics, how they are treated. As much as you want to grow the sport from the grassroots, when they get there, what happens? We know how Olympians are treated when they go. Olympic athletes or candidates are treated when they go abroad, when they go for the Olympics. There was no mention of proper care of these athletes when they go to represent the country. So these were some of the things that were not mentioned. For Prosper, he talked a lot about transparency, and Overdose mentioned it. It's, as a sports minister, how many years do you have? And you will do your part, obviously, to curb it, but making it the focal point of your tenure. You can spend 8 years, and then you might not necessarily, you do your part, but then curbing corruption and transparency is a very, very long-term goal. It's a long-term goal. So while you're doing that, you have to do other things. So you can't just say, oh, okay, I want to curb corruption and make everywhere transparent all through your tenure. There are a ton of things you have to do. He focused a lot on that, and yes, it's a problem, but it's something that it's going to take a very long time to curb, and then it's baby steps. Basically, you do your bit, hopefully the next person does his bit, because you can do your bit and then the next person comes and he really doesn't care, and that's back to square one. But Limah had a lot of points, from the university systems to a few other things she mentioned. I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but on the basis of the actual manifestos that I read, because I had to read both of them, the points given, the basis of personalization on achievable goals, because they're looking at sports minister in Nigeria, not sports minister in some other country. In terms of that achievability, visibility, and all round delivery, I would go with Limah. That's not to say Prosper didn't do well, but the over dependence on some things that were not necessarily achievable at the short term, because for 8 years, a lot of things, it's short if you want to do certain things. So on the general basis, I'm giving it to Limah.
And the consequence of that vote from Hodova is that Limah is in the final. Congratulations, Limah. You lead by 60 points to 20, and not even social media can reverse that now. Congratulations. We will quickly go to social media to see how social media has voted. The last I checked, there's 1 minute left for Twitter. Just 1 minute left. Perhaps we can give Twitter that 1 minute. While we go to Twitter, I would want to remind you, these contestants have been awesome throughout Fan Battle 3. And though Fan Battle 3 is in the semi-final, what is left after tonight is the third place contest and the final, which will be on Wednesday night. Though that is the case, it is not the end of Fan Battle 3. It's the beginning of opportunities for you, and if you would want to be to support any of these guys in their endeavor, as hopefully they start out a process of broadcasts and their names linger long beyond this fan battle, you are free to do so. And it can take any form. Whether you want to take the money prize for the contest, or you want to support them in their career. If you want to sponsor any one of them to be a part of the Nigeria Info Sports broadcasts over a period of time, you are welcome. And that individual will be your brand ambassador, plus you will get advertising opportunities over a lengthy period on Nigeria Info. So tell your friends and businesses you might know. It's an opportunity to encourage these ones in their quests. So once again, we say congratulations to Limah. Let's see what social media says. The result is now final.
Yes, Femi, the result is final, and on Twitter has voted in favor of Limah. It's 57.3% for Limah and 42.7% for Prosper.
So let's go to Facebook.
Close one.
And at this point, now it is 70-20.
Well, Facebook have also decided, Facebook have given it to Limah as well, 66% to Limah and 34% to Prosper.
Excellent work, Alex Mandem-McCall, who is on the back end ensuring the live stream is great and the voting is intact. So by a vote of 80% to 20, once again, congratulations to you, Limah. You are in the final of Fan Battle 3, awaiting your contestant in the final. How do you feel?
Excited. I'm excited. I'm really excited to be in the final. I mean, I honestly didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming, but I'm really excited. Prosper is no pushover. I knew this was going to be very difficult. I mean, we talked about it. I think the last battle we talked about being possible opponents, and I know he's also really good, and I'm sure he knows it as well. So I'm just saying kudos to you as well. You did a very good. I've watched all your battles, so I saw it, and yeah, I'm excited to be in the final. Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again to you, Limah.
Thank
Prosper. Ay, 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 ay. So close. So close. But, you know, just that one final step into that final. How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I don't feel sad or anything because while we were coming up, I was talking to the battlers that will follow, that it's not about how good you are on the day, it's about the perception of the judges, the callers, and those that are voting. So you might think you did very well, but if they don't think so, if they don't agree with you, or if they don't understand your point or really follow your argument very well, it could turn out anyway. So I knew anybody could get into the final. So anybody that gets into the semis can also go to the final. So I cannot say I'm better than any of the four of them. It could have been me going to the final and her going home. So I don't feel bad about it. I think it's just been an exciting journey, and I've really enjoyed it all the way.
I like your spirit of sportsmanship, and I like a lot of things about you. And we have had many conversations about you amongst ourselves, and your quality and the prospect. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think you've been number one overwhelming favorite for most of our guys here. And once this draw happened, you drew Limah. We didn't know what was going to happen because Limah had also shown that she could hold her own. In the end, it was a format unlike all the formats you guys had gone through throughout this. It was different. It needed adapting to. However, well, what needs to be done has been done. And I would like to say it's been an excellent privilege and honor having you here time and time again. You will be in the third place. You still have one more battle. You haven't won it, but the impression you've left is indelible in our hearts. And, you know, I can confidently say, you know, I would be in this studio and in this office, and I will see you grow. And there will be opportunities for us to work. Thank you for an excellent run. For now, your battle to the final is over.
If I made you feel